Talk to us about some practical techniques that can give us that extra boost and make the most out of our workday, especially when so many people are sleep deprived, overwhelmed, and stressed.
This is one of my favorite chapters of the book, chapter 20, which is a list of 7 killer techniques for boosting your energy, mental, physical, emotional, when you are at a bit of a low ebb. And it's really interesting what research is finding on how to boost our energy. For example, I'll give you some of my favorites. One of the findings is that being generous to others is a surefire way of making ourselves feel better. Now that's interesting because if you're feeling at a low ebb, the last thing you think you're going to be able to do is actually find something in yourself to be nice to or helpful to someone else. But it turns out this is a pretty surefire way of giving yourself a good feeling. And I had this experience recently when I was walking down the street and it was pouring with rain. And one of those really kind of huge rainstorms where you're just thinking, wow, I really need to get out of this pretty quickly. There was a woman in front of me. She had a bag, a paper bag, with shoes in it. Don't know why she had shoes in it, but she did. And the bag was falling apart, so the shoes were falling on the ground because the paper was disintegrating. I was behind her. I also had a paper bag, but I was double bagged with my groceries. So I went over to her and I gave her the outside bag of my groceries. No big deal, but I did it consciously, knowing the research on the fact that this was going to make me feel amazing, and it did. I walked home on air feeling like I really kind of contributed to the sum of human happiness. And I only just made it home with my single bag left before it also disintegrated. But I think it was a nice way of reminding myself of the truth of the research, that it seems to make us feel like we have it in us to give. Mm-hmm. And it helps to make us feel connected to the rest of humanity. And as we've discussed elsewhere in this interview, feeling included and connected to our tribe is a really important reward for our brains. So that's a really cute thing to do if you're feeling a bit grumpy, is to think, okay, what could I do that would be unexpectedly nice and generous? Maybe it's a compliment, maybe it's giving up your seat. It doesn't have to be much.